Hey everyone, this is Vince Solano reporting for the Glenwood Net. I am outside the Barton Theater, where many talented people are inside, practicing for what is their version of the greatest musical of all time, Grease. Now they've been working for a couple months on this show, and they've been very kind to let us come in and see how things work. So let's go inside and see what they're up to. Okay, so I'm here on the set of Grease, the Masquers production. Everybody's getting ready to act and perform and be greasers, and yeah, this is so cool. You got the classroom there. There's a bedroom right there. I have no idea whose that could be. And then we have the cafeteria over there. Although being in a show like Grease would be very fun, it is no small task. The cast and crew work very hard day after day to make this show a fun and enjoyable one. Just take their word for it. How does it feel to be portraying such a well-known character? I mean, obviously being the star and all.
It's a little scary because I think everyone's going to be comparing me to Travolta in the movie, and I just feel like I won't exactly measure up in their expectations.
It's fun and exciting, but kind of nerve-wracking at the same time. This is my first big role ever acting, so I'm kind of nervous about it, but it's taught me a lot, and I've learned a lot more about speaking and acting and all that kind of stuff that I didn't know anything about before, so it's been a learning experience. I'm really excited about it.
I don't really know. They told us not to watch the movie and stuff, so I tried to distance myself from thinking that I'm the person in the movie. But it's really fun because when people ask, "Oh, who do you play?" It's I play Reggie. So yeah, the one who dyed their hair. Yes, that's me.
It kind of has its advantages and disadvantages. Advantages is people, you hear the name Grease and people are going to come see the show no matter what. We've already got getting a lot of tickets in and everything, but at the same time you kind of got to live up to that expectation. But I think this cast is perfectly capable of doing that.
It feels really good. She's a really complicated character to portray, so it took a lot of effort out of me just trying to figure out how to, what's the word? How to express her. There you go.
Portray her?
Portray her. There, portray.
Okay, gotcha. Can you describe your character?
I don't know if I want to
My character is a little on the bad side, and she goes through a lot of hardships in her life, and she doesn't really know how to express it. So she's just kind of showing the whole struggle of her life.
Can you relate to any of that?
No.
Good.
Danny is both kind of the cool guy, the leader of his group, but he's also in love with Sandy, and he doesn't want his friends to kind of mess with his ego because he's like that, so.
Can you relate to that?
Not really. I've always kind of been myself, and I don't really care so much about people's opinions, so.
Sandy is this really sweet, innocent girl from the 50s. She spends her summer with this boy and goes to this new school and finds out the world's a little bit different and people are trying to turn her into something that maybe she's not as comfortable with. And so I think it's about her trying to find herself and kind of growing up a little bit.
Can you relate to any of that?
A little bit. I definitely relate to her innocence, kind of. I'm really shy myself, so that part is really easy to do, where she's a little bit more timid and doesn't really know what to do, and there's people telling her all this different stuff.
Marty is kind of slutty and boy obsessed.
Excellent choice of words there. Can you relate to any of that?
No.
She likes to eat a lot. She's really quirky and kind of awkward.
Can you relate to that?
Yes, a lot.
All right. What did you do to prepare for this role?
Memorized lines, memorized the songs, danced.
Sounds fun.
Very.
Honestly, the most challenging thing was the accent, because I've never really had to do an accent, so I've had to look at videos and go on websites to see how to talk like a Jersey person, so it's been really difficult to do that.
Can you do an example of that?
Let's see. Hey, you've had that in your icebox since last Easter.
read the script over and over again and just kind of figure out your character development as the play goes along.
All right. How has it been working with the cast and the crew?
Oh, the cast is amazing. Everybody shows up and they're ready to do work, and it's just really fun how far we've come along.
It's been awesome. Like, I've met a lot of people. Like, I didn't really know anybody coming in, but I met a lot of cool people. The T-Birds are pretty awesome people, so.
I thought she was going to Immaculata.
I changed my plans.
Yes, that's cool. Hey guys, let's get out of here.
Where do you know her from, Danny?
Oh, she's just an old friend of the family's.
As you can see, the actors work very hard to make the show enjoyable. But they're not the only ones trying to do that. Directly below the stage is the band. They are the ones responsible for playing the rock and roll music that gets everyone singing and dancing. In fact, without them, it'd be a pretty dull show. They sit in the orchestra pit, quietly and patiently waiting for the next song. Grease features not only the return of old members of those Masquers, but the debut of new ones as well. Sheena Gastrak is one of them. She plays the role of Sandy. She has acted in a few shows in the past at Mills Masquers, but this is her first major role in a stage production. So I take this as your first time here at Mills Masquers?
It's not actually.
Oh.
Last winter I danced in Nutcracker, and then this past March I was in The King and I as a dancer, which is what I normally do. But yeah, this is my first big role with lines and everything. So.
That's great. So I take it you'll continue to do plays here?
You know, I like it. I've bonded a lot with the people here and the cast members and the directors and everything, and this is my third show here, so keep coming back. So
Third time's a
probably,
charm. Craig Florian, who is a longtime veteran of Mills Masquers, stars in the show as well. He plays the role of Vincent Fontaine. His last show with Mills Masquers was 2012's Bye Bye Birdie, where he was the director of the show. I'm assuming this isn't your first time with Mills Masquers?
No, it's probably about my millionth. But no, I started, my first show was Annie, Get Your Gun in 1980. It was the first musical the Masquers did, so I guess I've been involved for 33 years.
All right.
Many shows in between, and sometimes long breaks of doing nothing too. So.
And I'm assuming you're going to do some more?
Shows?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like the Masquers are talking about doing Music Man and Little Orphan Annie as musicals next year, plus some other things. So that's just kind of a little tip for you, but it's not been formally approved yet, but that's some of the rumors that are swirling around.
Okay. And I know you directed Bye Bye Birdie. That was your last directorial show for Mills Masquers. Do you think you're going to be doing another show that you'll direct soon? Or?
Oh yeah, if we do Annie next year, I'll direct that. And it looks like it'll probably be about a year from now in the summer.
How long have you been with Mills Masquers, or is this your first time?
This is my third show I've been out here in Masquers. I started 2 years ago with Footloose, and then did Schoolhouse Rock Live last year, and now I'm in Greece.
Awesome. And will you continue to do shows here?
Oh, definitely. I love the atmosphere out here. It's just, relaxed and still pretty professional. We just have a lot of fun.
All right. And what do you hope the audience will get out of the show?
I just hope that they'll enjoy it as much as we have enjoyed preparing it, and how much we're going to enjoy performing it up there too.
I hope that they come into it liking it better than the movie a little bit. I know it's going to be different and kind of a little bit of a shocker that, hey, that's not like the movie. This isn't the same show. But I hope they like it a lot more, and we've all worked really hard and put a lot of time and effort into it. So I hope they appreciate all that effort and like it better than the movie.
Well, obviously, I want them to enjoy themselves, kind of really dig that kind of 50s era that we're trying to portray here.
Good laugh. What do you guys think?
I just hope they enjoy it because it's a lot of hard work.
I hope they just have a good time. It's a Romeo and Juliet story. It's a guy and a girl that shouldn't be together, but somehow they're drawn together. Even though the ending is much happier than Romeo and Juliet, it still is kind of a forbidden love type story at the heart of it. But beyond that, it's just a lot of great rock and music.
So as you can see, the cast and crew of Grease have been working very hard to make the show what it is, and also not an exact comparison to the movie. And I can say, after just watching their rehearsal, they have done just that. I hope all who decide to come will think the exact same. This is Vince Slaughter reporting for the Glenwood Net.